was at about that age where I thought that I just might be having a midlife crisis. So just to make sure, I looked it up on the internet, because we know everything that we find on the internet has got to be the truth. And what I found is that a midlife crisis is when men and women, they take a hard look at the lives that they've been living, and they decide that they need to make a change. Yeah, that's me, all right? So I also found that there's a productive way to deal with this, which is by improving your health. So our chiropractor, I'm sure, will be happy to hear that. Feeling fit is, or the need to feel fit is a sure sign of this crisis. So some of you might know that I trained for and ran a half marathon. So here I am pre-race, and look at all this cool gear. I got my GPS watch, I got my armband, I had some tunes playing, had my fuel belt. 400 miles of training, 100 hours over 4 months to run 13.1. Here I am post-race with my badge of honor, my 13.1 magnet for my car. Finished in 2 hours and 20 minutes. I got beat by a 10-year-old. He was pacing me the whole race. The kid and his mom pulled away from me in mile 12. I was dead. I got smoked by an 81-year-old by 20 minutes. All right, so the growth path clearly is not working for me. So what is a guide to do to solve this crisis? The destructive path. You buy a car that you can't afford. So I'm thinking classic American muscle. And this is fueled by watching all 7 Fast and Furious movies back to back. So I decided to try to combine practicality with muscle. The Dodge Charger. 4 doors, all-wheel drive, 300 horsepower. And yeah, it was cool. And yeah, it was pretty fast. But there's got to be more, right? So next, I took out a 5-liter Mustang for a joyride. I mean, test drive. 400 horsepower, pin you back in your seat, spin the tires, seriously kill yourself fast if you're not careful. That was cool and it was a lot of fun. But there's got to be more. Maybe the Corvette, the Z06. Oh, that's pretty cool. You know, I saw a video of an older model, the Z01, race in F-15. And who do you think won?
The F-15.
You can't race a fighter jet. So the Corvette was faster off the line, but the jet was doing 600 miles an hour, and it was airborne when it crossed the mile finish line before the vet was even at the half-mile mark. You can't race a fighter jet, but I give the guy a lot of credit for doing it. So the Corvette, that's out. We got maybe the Camaro. Oh, that's pretty cool. I can picture myself in that. But I'm thinking, I want the Dodge Charger Hellcat. 707 horsepower, and the name is just cool. It's a Hellcat, after the World War II fighter jet. I can see myself doing that. But you know what? It doesn't even do 0 to 100 in less than 10 seconds. Sure, it's kill yourself power, but there's got to be more, right? So I'm thinking, yeah, supercar, right? How about the Lambo? Aventador, 750 horsepower, top speed, 215 miles an hour. Beauty and speed. But I could get a Lambo for $250,000. I think I'd buy the Hellcat and a lake house, and I'd be just as happy. So there's got to be more. Next on my list, the Koenigsegg, a Gera. Now we're talking. 0 to 60, 2.6 seconds. 0 to 100, 7.6 seconds. 1,140 horsepower. It only cost me a little less than $1 million. Truly unaffordable. Now we're talking. But my doctor recommended the most powerful and the fastest car in the world as what I needed to solve my crisis. Does anybody know what that is? Is none other than the Bugatti Veyron. Now this is cool. This is Flo Rida and Jay-Z type of cool, if you guys know what I'm talking about. 0 to 60 in 2.3 seconds. 0 to 100, 7.3 seconds, and a quarter mile, less than 10 seconds. This has an 8-liter W16. It's not even a V, it's a W. I have to have that to solve my crisis. It's got a 529 BPH to ton ratio. I have no idea what that is. Does anybody here know what that is? No idea. I have to have it though. To solve my crisis. Can you just imagine me pulling up to our next Toastmasters meeting? My Bugatti Veyron? Yeah, so can I. Wait a minute. I'm not getting a supercar. Who am I fooling? I'm certainly not fooling you guys. I drive a 187 horsepower picture of family practicality Toyota Venza. I'm not getting a supercar to solve my crisis. I think I need a mega yacht. Mr. Toastmaster.